Hi, I'm Sally Reid, and I channel some ascended masters known as the Council of Truth. What you're about to listen to is a channeled session where the guides are offering their teaching. Today, we want to talk about how one can delude oneself. Oh, really? How one can delude oneself. Can we elucidate, guides? Yes. Oftentimes, we have a belief that is either not beneficial or is detrimental or is actively holding us in a state of denial and or non-expansion and or harm. It circles into harm. And they said there are many examples of this all over, how people have beliefs, they hold them to be true, and they hold on to them. They're talking about cognitive dissonance, how it feels uncomfortable to challenge them because they are not they're not in alignment with your truth, right? And the guys are laughing. On one hand, we're telling you to follow your truth, and on the other hand, we're telling you to challenge your truth. Which is true, which is right? On one hand, we say follow your truth, follow how it feels inside, and on the other hand, they're telling you to double check that truth. And so, how does one double check the truth? The first one is, are all sources in agreement that this is truth, or is there dissension on either side? And they're speaking like politically. And when one aligns politically on one side or the other, on one way or another, here is how you decide. You decide which direction is the most truthful. And the answer is that, who does it benefit? Is it kind? Is it welcoming? I mean, allowing the flow of energy to be expanded. And this is kind of for all truths. Is there another one? Yes. And does it go against, they're talking about look into your uncomfortableness. Does it go against, does the side that's open and expansive and welcoming and allowing energy to flow, is that going against what you're taught, or is it activating a fear, or is it activating an uncomfortable feeling in your stomach? And get curious about that, because is that uncomfortableness true for everybody or just you? Is that uncomfortableness helping you or hurting you? Is that uncomfortableness keeping you in stasis, in stuckness, or is it allowing you to expand and grow? That's what they want you to tell. That's how you can tell whether your truth, your knowingness is actual or not, because humans learn from other humans. It's just a fact. We have trusted advisors, we have parental people, we have, hero figures. We have many ways that we learn. We have experience, we have mistakes, we have a lot of ways that we learn. And so could be that the human has ascertained a truth that was not meant to be taught. Could be that the human has created a path that is not in their highest benefit. Here's how you know you're on a path that is not to your highest benefit. Number one, you feel stuck. Number two, you feel lost. Number three, you feel dissatisfied. Number four, come on, guys, tell me what four is. Number four is that getting off that path feels terrifying. That's how you know you're on a path that's not your highest and best. Because when you are on a path that's in your highest and best, it will feel in flow. It'll feel effortless. It'll feel possibly challenging, but it doesn't feel insurmountable. When you're on a path that is in your highest and best, then you will find sources of energy that lift you, the wind beneath your wings, la, la, la. No, you will find, reasons to do, reasons to move forward. And you see this in people who have found their passion, who have found their truth, who have found their alignment. You see that people will walk around and tell them things, and they'll look at them and smile and say, yes, you have an opinion too, but I'm going to do it this way. Yes, I hear you, and I'm going to do this anyway. That's how you can know you're aligned with a path, with a truth, with a knowingness, with a heart song. Ooh, you're saying heart song? Yes, heart song, because it is the song of your soul that allows you to land in this truth. If you are truth adjacent, your heart will say, yes, yes, we're going right. You know how in GPS, how your car is not necessarily on the road that you're in, like if you may be in the on the access road, but the GPS thinks you're on the interstate, and so it treats you like you are. That's the thing, is your heart, if you're very adjacent to it, your heart may not know that you're not directly on it, but that uncomfortableness does, but that not sense of flow does, but that self-doubt does, but that listening to everyone else's counsel instead of your own truth does. Do you get it? So here we have gone full circle into belief and not belief, into truth and not truth, because they are two sides of the same coin. And you literally are rolling on a knife edge of the coin rolling. When you find that alignment, then you literally are. When it feels, how can I say? When it feels like I could do this all day and never care. When it feels that I feel so fulfilled, I feel so strong, I feel so joyful doing this thing. I get such a sense of satisfaction when I am going in this direction. That's how you know you're exactly on it. Because if you can get knocked off, you're not quite on it. If you can worry about whether you're doing it right, then you're not quite on it. And they're giving me an example of a self-conscious person who is attempting to do something, but they're so busy focusing on how they're doing it rather than what they're doing, that they're not quite getting in alignment, even if it is their path. So when you lose that sense of self-consciousness, then you know you are traveling on your path. Then you know you are in your heart. People call it the zone. You lose sense of time. You lose sense of bothering. You lose sense of everything. Then you know you're on your path. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. Then we're talking about money and how is it you can make your money align with your passion, because a lot of people can't figure out how to do that. The answer is you don't necessarily have to. The two must not be the same. You know, they're not required to be the same. Really? Yes, they're not required to be the same. As long as you spend a balanced amount of time collecting the means to live and then feeding your soul, everything in balance, everything in rhythm. It's like you can't spend 100 million hours a week. You know, you can't spend 50 hours a week on social media, or you can't spend 50 hours a week doing something you hate, or you can't spend 50 hours a week yelling at yourself and expect to be successful and expect to be in balance and expect to be right. So in life and in flow, all things in balance, and notice the things that knock you off balance. That's how you know you're not going in the right direction. We're all equipped with this. You don't have to learn it. It's been there. It may have been erased at one point. You may have been traumatized to the point where you can't feel whether you're right or wrong. And so therefore your first assignment is to be able to tell, to get back in touch with this thing, with this thing, the navigator, the compass in your chest, so you can tell whether you're right or wrong. 100% of the time. If you feel lost, stuck, broken, if you don't know where you are, you don't know what you're doing, get back in touch with your compass. How does one get back in touch with one's compass? Well, there are many ways. There's the sway test. It's where you stand up and you think the words yes, 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 and you'll notice whether your body wants to lean forward or back. Pro tip, if your body wants to lean back, that means you're not grounded. True story. It still can mean yes or no when you lean back, but that does mean when yes is backwards, that means you're not grounded. So it's a cute way to check if you're grounded or not. And that way you can start feeling what yes feels like in your body. And the more you feel yes in your body, the more the yes will speak out in your body. Now, if you already have a clear idea what is yes and no in your body, which many people here do, then you will begin to question, using the yes or no, your actions, your beliefs, your understandings of the world. They're saying this one spent hours doing that as a early, in her early 20s and late teens. Hours and hours. Well, if I believe this, how does this make me feel? And I weighed everything. And it's true, I did. I weighed every single thing. Whether if this is true, is this true? And do I believe this or do I believe that? Is this the right way? It was ad nauseum, but for some reason there was a reason for it. And it must be this, because I got all that work over and done with quickly. So I could do this work. I'm asking them now, is there anything else they want to say? No, we've said it. We feel like we've said it.